Napoli win or a draw, and then Lazio versus Fiorentina win or a draw. Now, gentlemen, those are the predictions that we made for this weekend. And as much as I want us to get into each fixture that we want for the weekend, I want us to take a look at the two big games that we have for this weekend. Cedric, I want to begin with you. And the biggest game in Serie A will see Napoli take on Juventus. This is the Napoli side that is coming from beating Atalanta 3-2, taking on Juventus side that is coming back from dropping in the Champions League and then beating AC Milan 2-0.
Yeah, the two sides of the coins here. One who is actually on a high ride and his eyes are focused on the league itself, and another one actually who is trying to find his lost stature. And by so saying, I'm talking about Juventus. But then again, if you look at what Juventus has done, it's not that it's a bad team. It's a team that has not been conceding goals. It's a team that has not been losing games, but it has been finding it hard to win games. The best it can do in a very tight game has always been a draw. But if you go to the ride of Napoli is a team that has been grinding points in a state that you gonna even not think that they will end up winning. You go by the tight game, they can as well as surprise by ending that game by pulling either one goal at the end of that dying game. And if you go by how we predicted about it last weekend, this team has...
the two of you actually said that Napoli was going to win that game.
And you know why why I'm talking about that is that it has a pack of players who have been together for so long and they are playing like a compact. The essence that they know how to connect to each other and how to move around that particular. Their style of play has always remained the same. Their line, which is actually to be supposed to be commanding that midfield, at any given time you'll see it falling back to the defense. And I told you even last time, Samba Angiza, Labotka, when they fall back to that defensive line, they make a very solid defense. At a time, when you're watching their game, you see at some points actually forming a line of 7 defenders. And it becomes so difficult for any team that is facing them actually to crack that defense. And when they transit to forward line, the same pair actually joins the likes of Lukaku up front. It becomes a danger up front. Because when they transit, they form another line of either 4 or 5 players trying to attack. We have seen the likes of the 2-3 recent matches. Sambang is actually racing to occasion, has been scoring. That means that when he moves forward, he becomes a threat. When he falls back, he becomes a solid. And that's a kind of...
McTominay.
Yeah. And you look at this team, Conte, he's still yearning for more players, for good players to come. And what their focus is all about the Serie A. They are not focused about it, and they don't have actually anything to tie down their boots. Remember, they are not in Champions League, neither are they in Europa, neither are they in anything. They are just focused on that particular. Unlike Juventus, who and again they are coming from the Champions League, I think drawing by Club Brugge, and they are now coming to meet the likes of Napoli, who are surging very high.